Last time on Why Can't We Be Wizards?
I had a dream, and not a good one.
Freya, your wand flies out of your hand and arcs high in the air.
But Trinket Totalis! And Allison whips out her wand and shoots it at Doug, and she rolls a 10.
Yeet is awesome.
Why don't you?
the technical
okay,
terms?
Yeah, why don't you try to yeet?
I cast Yeet.
You want me to work for you? I won't work for anyone who hurts my friends.
That white light, it seems like it's specifically just streaming right out of the screen.
iPodo! And just like tries to blast whatever this iPod's doing towards Freya.
Okay, now's the time to run. Let's go.
Oh yeah, very much already running.
Running.
We're so worried about you. Do you know you've been asleep for 2 whole days? Did you have any weird dreams?
I didn't have any dreams, which is honestly a really nice break. Give out my house wrong, Hunter.
And your parents
Hunter,
look
come on!
horrified.
Oh, Hunter.
Oh, I know a spell for this one. Obliviate!
We did it, y'all. You got through a whole year at Hogwarts. We made it. And now you're all 12-year-olds. So that's good, right? So we're going to talk real quick before we start your second year at Hogwarts about what's going on with your characters. Because in this game, every year you get more spells in your spell bank. So let's just go around the room, everybody one at a time. Like, what new spells are you adding to your spell banks? And in addition to that, if you're leveling up, tell me what you're doing with your character as you're leveling up.
I'll go first. The 3 spells I'm taking for second year is Accio Verte Statum, which like throws a person, and Expelliarmus. I also leveled up, and I'm getting rid of one of my positive traits that's traditional, and I'm replacing it with loyal.
That tracks.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Freya like showed how loyal she is to Caleb, especially in like the last couple episodes. So
Absolutely.
For sure.
yeah, so I also am going to take a +1 with my relationship with Caleb, which I think goes along with the new positive trait of loyal, because of the last few moments of last year, how she tried to stop everyone from finding out his secret.
Yeah, makes sense to me. Cool. All right, who's going next?
I think Leo can go next. So I am adding a few spells for Leo to my spell bank. The first one is Aguamenti, because he's made a lot of fires, and he's really, he hasn't really stopped doing that. He's kind of just, everyone who tells him not to kind of makes him just want to do it more. The other one is Finite Incantatum, which will cancel out another spell. And then the third one I chose was Accio, because he had that successful Accio in that one scene in the heist episode, and he got really enthusiastic about doing that better.
All right, so important quick poll, because I learned how to pronounce everything through reading, and so all my pronunciation is garbage. Is it Accio or is it Accio?
I feel like I
Accio.
alternate 50-50 between them, and I
Same.
say both all the time.
Same.
I only say Accio.
I say Accio.
I
I
always
said
say
Accio the whole time I was growing up, and then someone said Accio, and I've said Accio ever since. What do they say in the movies?
I don't know.
I think
Although
Accio.
I convinced my boss to name one of our programs, and he says ACO.
That's
Because
not.
he
That's
does
not. a
That's-
thing.
not see the
I know
movie.
that one's wrong for sure.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what it is. I think we've concluded
It's either
that we don't know how
Accio
to
or
pronounce
Accio,
it.
nothing
But
else.
you definitely don't pronounce it that way.
In the films, it's pronounced Accio.
Interesting.
Jim Dale pronounced it Accio.
That makes sense.
And thus,
That's probably
the
why I
division
grew
in
up
the
with
fan community began.
All right, we're turning into a Harry Potter fan cast. Let's get back to the action.
Stephen Fry says Stephen Fry says Accio, which I think is
Yeah.
also very just wrong.
Well, I
Anyway.
think Stephen Fry should jump in the
Whoa, whoa,
lake.
whoa.
That's not the podcast.
Rude.
Jim Dale for life. Okay, anyway.
Yeah.
Can we get Jim Dale on our podcast?
No.
Why
Whoa,
not?
never say never.
Okay. Anyway, none of this is in the podcast. Let's keep going.
All right, so I'm also going to make some changes to Leo's traits. So after the house hunt and Wizard Jim, he has kind of gotten a little enthusiastic about working out a bit more. So that negative two.
So I'm sorry. Are you saying that Leo started getting like protein shakes and he's trying to get swole this summer?
Oh, 100%. He's got
He
a whole
lifts.
montage and
He
everything.
now lifts, bro.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
he lifted once and he didn't like it, so he stopped doing it.
Squats
but
and
he's-
oats, man. Squats and oats.
I didn't say he was going up to 1 or 2 body. He's going up to -1 body. Okay. So up to -1 body from -2, and I think he's going to instead lose 1 magic. So yeah, bumping up body to -1, bumping down magic to 1.
Okay, and relationships.
I think that Leo has grown a little closer to Allison, just mostly being inspired by the whole thing with the iPod and the dance party and the music. He's like really enjoying all the music that Allison brings to the group. I think that they are becoming friends.
Yeah, friends.
So that's 2 for Allison, 1 for Caleb, 0 for Freya, and 2 for Skyler now.
Okay.
Allison can go. So Allison's spells are gonna be stupefy, to I forget the right word for it. I'm turning
Unconscious.
Yeah, stupefy.
Yeah, I think it's just like the concussion spell.
Yeah, it stuns them,
Which is
rendering
not
them
great. Like, they
unconscious.
probably aren't doing well after
I mean,
that
it probably doesn't bruise your brain.
You just go to the hospital wing. Anything can be
Yeah.
cured by Madame Pomfrey.
one. Madam Prophet will take care of you. No more
It's true.
concussions.
What do Death Eaters do to cure their conditions? They don't have a Madame Pomfrey.
They have chocolate. though.
Or do they?
Do they have chocolate, though?
All right, so now there's a concept of an evil Madame Pomfrey.
Yeah,
No,
Oh, God.
Dark Madame Pomfrey.
Alternate
She's the
universe.
mini boss in the water temple, actually.
Is it just Madame Pomfrey but with a mustache?
Yeah.
Fu Manchu. Okay, Allison is also gonna take Asio to summon things, and Finite Incantatum. Allison is also leveling up. So what Allison's going to change is her house benefit, which will give her +1 forward on mind rolls once a day. And for relationships, I think Allison and Freya kind of bonded when Allison saved Freya with her iPod from being sucked into the ground after the FYHH. So I would like to put a +1 to Freya.
Cool. All right, who's next?
I can go next. So, Caleb hasn't leveled up, but I have taken my second year spells. I'm going to take Stupefy, like I used at the end of the FYHH. And I'm going to take Aquamenti because I spent some time around Leo. I'm also going to take the spell Arresto Momentum, which stops things in their tracks and can also be used on the caster. I'm also thinking that for my relationships, right now I only have a +1 with Skyler and a +1 with Freya, and Allison and Leo are both at 0. Would it be reasonable for me to raise both Allison and Leopold to 1 and reduce Professor Pritchard by 1?
Yeah, totally.
Professor Pritchard, you're in my enemy's book.
Oh no.
Okay, last but not least.
Oh no, I made chocolate bite.
Of course you are.
Yep, on brand.
I think it's important to note that that's not just like for the podcast. That's like
Charlotte's life.
yeah, Charlie just eats chocolate constantly.
Okay, so Skyler is not leveling up, but they have chosen Accio, Finite Incantatum, and Avaforce. Transform targets into birds. And I am adding a 1 to Freya. Not anything that she's done directly to me, but Skylar's been paying attention how, like, last year,
Freya knew what was going on with Caleb before he shared that with us, and that she was like protected him and kept him safe, and Sky was really impressed by that. So I think that you got like a 1-up in my book, because I know that like you're a good friend and you're trustworthy.
Loyal.
Very loyal.
Loyal, you say?
Yes.
Now you're all 12. Congratulations.
Happy birthday!
Feels so old and wise.
I feel, well, I mean, to be fair, like, that's how every Harry Potter book starts. It starts
Yeah.
with, like, and today was Harry Potter's birthday. Like,
Yeah.
cool. So let's jump right back in. Allison,
Yes.
I want to know, you're laying on your bed one morning and you're listening to your iPod. What song are you listening to?
Closing the goddamn door now.
That was the first song I thought of, but then I was like, nah, I need like a better summer anthem song. I Kissed a Girl by Katy Perry.
That's fun. Little pink guitar.
Nice.
Yeah, Dancing Sharks.
Okay. So tell me about your, the left shark. I
Yeah.
understood the reference. Yeah.
Mhm.
Man, I should do more sports.
So Allison, tell me what's in your room. What does your room look like?
I think Allison is decently organized. There are definitely some clean clothes in the laundry basket, so the dirty clothes are next to the laundry basket on the floor. But Zoe's owl cage is very clean because she likes to keep it clean for Zoe. There's some Snickers bars and a sketchbook. She's been doing some sketching in the summer, but otherwise, not too much. School books, but not looking at those.
So you hear a knock on your door. Allison,
Hi, Dad.
could you please come downstairs?
Oh, sure. What's up? And Allison's gonna get off of her bed and follow.
So Skyler, what are you up to at home?
I'm outside in the garden. I'm growing mushrooms under the porch.
Fascinating. Okay. What are you, describe this process to me.
Well, half of my body is under, not the most maintained porch. And, my legs are kicking out. But under the porch, if you climb down here under with me, you will see a wonderful forest of mushrooms. A bunch of different kinds and all different properties.
Are they for eating? Are they for magic? What?
Definitely
or what is the
magic.
purpose?
Some for eating. The eating ones are separate from the magic ones. Yeah, I just got into lots of potions and magic stuff with mushrooms lately.
And so while you are there under the porch, you hear your dad call out, Skyler, could you come in here for a minute?
Sure thing. I'll be right there. I brush off the dirt off of my whole front.
Okay, yeah, and so you make your way into the living room, and you see Allison and both of your dads all there sitting on the couches. Your dad looks up to you and says, "Now, we know that when we spoke earlier this summer, that the two of you talked about having your friends over. Is that something that you are still interested in?"
Yes.
Yes!
Yes.
Please, can they come over?
You guys are the best. We have the best family.
All right, now, so this is great, and we're so happy that you have made such great friends at Hogwarts. So, who are you inviting over, and how long were you thinking?
Freya, Caleb, Leo. Forever?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what about the last 2 weeks before school starts? How does that sound?
Can we push
3
it to
weeks?
3? I give puppy dog eyes.
Allison matches the puppy dog eyes.
2.5.
Yay!
2.5? Why can't we just round up to 3?
Do you want to make it 2?
No, I'll take 2.5.
Okay. And so the four of you get to work writing letters to everyone. What do you put in those letters?
Definitely those mini-sized Snicker bars.
I meant like the
words.
content of the letter.
Yeah.
Oh, the content of the letter. Nah, I think like you don't have to say much. Be just like, hey, come hang out at our house the last 2 weeks of summer. My dad said it was cool.
I think you start writing that, and then your dad looks at that and he says, I sort of think this needs to also be addressed to Leo's parents. I don't think that, I don't think you can just send a letter to Leo and then he's just going to come. I think we need to talk to I think we need to speak to his parents.
Oh, definitely. And you're going to definitely have to speak to Freya's parents very eloquently.
Oh, yes. Allison like puts her pinky out.
Oh, Freya's parents. Those were the rude ones, right?
Yaxley. Freya Yaxley.
The evil.
They're
ones.
very fancy.
Oh, yes.
Right. Okay. Well, we'll just have to pick our words very carefully.
Yeah. And I'm not sure who you'll talk to in Caleb's family, but as long as you're nice, I'm sure they'll let him come.
Leo,
Yes.
we cut into you sitting at the breakfast table with your mother and your sister Ella. What are you having for breakfast?
I think that everyone but me is eating like bacon and eggs, and I'm just eating like the sweetest cereal you could find.
What cereal is that?
Wizard O's.
Is it the toasty owls?
Wizard O's is a very
Wizard
good joke.
Wizard O's.
Yeah, okay. So you're eating your Wizard O's.
Sure.
And at that moment, an owl swoops into the kitchen and drops a letter right onto your head.
Thanks. I take it and open it.
And Ella looks on with great interest. And when she sees that it's from Allison and Skyler, she says, "Ooh, is it your girlfriend?"
Ew, no. It's just my regular friends. Gross.
Your mom kind of gives Ella a little bit of like a scathing, like, "Hush now, that's rude." And she's just like, she's laughing.
You don't want me to tell him about your boyfriend, do you?
Shut up! I don't have a... and I think she like stands up and crosses her arms.
And I open the letter.
Yeah, so this is a letter from Allison and Skyler asking you and your parents if you can come and stay for the break.
Hey, Mom.
Yes, dear?
Can I go to Allison's and Skyler's for the next couple of weeks to go hang out with them for a bit? I've got this letter.
You don't want to spend more time with your family when you're only here for the summers now?
I absolutely do, but I want to hang out with their family too and see what their whole deal is. And maybe I could ask if you guys can come. We could all just hang out.
I don't know, Leo.
Do you want me to ask if they can come here instead?
No, no, I don't want that. Let's talk about this later. Why don't you just eat your Wizardos?
Mom, come on, please. I'll make a puppy dog eyes at her.
I can't get mad at you, Leopold. She tussles your hair and she says, "You can go."
Yay!
You're
Thanks,
gonna
Mom.
have to explain this one to your father, though.
I will. I love you, Mom.
I love you too, Leopold.
He goes back to eating his cereal very fast.
Caleb, you're in your bedroom. What does your bedroom look like?
Caleb shares his bedroom with his younger brother, Marcus, who's also Doug's child. And each of his step siblings who are younger than him have rooms on either side. His room is probably the least well furnished. It's got a bunk bed for both him and his brother, and it also has his wizard trunk, and Caleb has been largely prohibited from looking at any of his wizard materials, so there's probably a big lock on that trunk. So instead, he's gone down to his local library when he's been allowed out of the house, and gotten a bunch of muggle books on magic and has those underneath his bed along with a flashlight that he uses to read them late at night.
Okay, yeah, and so it's sometime in the afternoon, early August, when you're sitting in your room. Luckily, your mother is out at work, and so you feel a little bit more comfortable reading in the daytime. And so you have a book propped up on your legs as you're sitting in your bunk bed, and you're quietly reading. When you hear a tapping on your window.
I go to the window and open it.
Your younger brother Marcus says, "Oh, what's that?"
Oh, it's an owl. Wizards tend to send messages through owls. They carry letters and stuff. Ooh, oh, you're a good owl, aren't you?
Yeah, so this is like a cute, medium-sized barn owl, and it kind of nips at you affectionately.
Do I recognize it as Allison's owl?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Oh, this is one of my friend's owls. I met them at that wizard school I was telling you about, Marcus.
Whoa, that's so cool. Do you think... No, never mind.
I mean, if you can do magic, and Dad could do magic, then you could probably come with me. I'm not sure how Maddie would feel about it.
You know, things have been a little weird this year without you. It would be really cool if I could go.
I mean, you are 11, so that's old enough to get in. I don't suppose you've gotten any letters, have you?
I mean, I haven't seen anything, no. That doesn't mean that you don't think she would... Oh, I don't know.
When my letter came, it just showed up at the house one day, and I think that they didn't know what it was because they gave it to me. And then they were just so excited to have me out of their hair and gone. They can't not let me go to Hogwarts this year. I'll fight them, you know. And maybe you should fight them too. You could come with me if you had a letter. We should search Maddie's room.
I don't know. I don't want to get in trouble.
I'll search it for you then.
And he smiles really wide. Thanks, big brother.
No problem, Marcus. I'm gonna ruffle his hair and read the letter that has been sent to me.
Yeah, so just like the letter that Leo received, it is a letter just kind of explaining that they want you to stay for the last couple weeks before school starts back up.
Oh. They actually did it. It says that they want me to join them, but that's more like a pipe dream now. You haven't seen Bob or Maddie, have you?
Not since this morning.
I guess I'll try to broach this one at dinner, but I still have to check their room for that letter.
Do you want to look now? I could play lookout.
Yeah, you do that, Marcus. I'll sneak in there.
Okay. And he pretty excitedly jumps up and heads to the bedroom door, opens it, sticks his head out, looks to the left, looks to the right, and then waves you on.
I'm gonna try to sneak into my parents' bedroom.
All right, give me a quick and quiet.
Woo! First roll of the new year. I knew body 0 was a good idea. It really is, because I got a 7, the most statistically likely roll.
Okay, so do you move quickly or quietly?
I think I'm gonna move quietly. I can't have my step siblings here, and I've got a great lookout. So yeah, I'm gonna look around this room, see if I can find Marcus's letter. If he had one here, they'd probably keep it where they keep all the stuff they hide from us. They're not that smart, so I probably know where that place is, but I could roll a mind roll to find it.
Why don't you roll investigate?
I have +1 on mind, and my Ravenclaw bonus is that I can add an additional +1 on a mind roll, and I'm going to do that now.
Cool.
Ravenclaw?
Ravenclaw! And that's a 6 + 2 for an 8.
Yeah, on a 7 to 9, ask one question.
Is the letter in this room?
You know your mother's secret hiding spot. It's under her bed in a little box. And when you pull that box out and open it up very quietly, it's right there, the Hogwarts letter, opened.
If I had a phone, I would take a picture of it. But instead, I'm going to just put that box back and sneak on out of there.
Okay, yeah, and you do that successfully. You make it back out of the room and you close the door, and Marcus is still standing there, and he's wide-eyed and he's just looking at you.
I nod my head to bring him back to our room, and once we're inside, I say, "It's there. They totally have it, and they opened it too."
His eyes light up. So I get to go with you?
I don't know if they need to let you go, or if the wizard government makes them, but if they invited
No,
you...
you have to take me. You have to.
Okay, well, I think the best thing we could do is convince them that it was their idea. You're gonna have to become a lot more trouble, Marcus.
Oh,
Best advice,
yeah,
brother.
I can do that. And he puts his hands on his hips and he makes a little bit of a scowl.
Yeah, but you're gonna have to be magic trouble.
I can do that. Freya,
Yes.
you find yourself once again in your bedroom. This summer has not been pleasant for you because you have more or less been locked in your room 90% of the time.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And you find yourself laying in bed, staring at the ceiling with nothing to do. Your parents have taken away all of your things in an effort to punish you, I guess. And it's early morning, but the days and nights are all kind of blended together. The only times you ever really come out of your room are at meal times, or for essentially your parents to berate you. And it is at that moment that you hear a knock on the door. And you hear your mother's voice just say, "Freya, breakfast is ready. Come on down. Your father and I would like to speak to you."
Yes, Mother.
And so as you make your way downstairs to the dining room table, your mother and father are sitting wearing even nicer clothes than usual. It appears that they have made themselves up for something. And breakfast is actually not laid out at all. Instead, you just see your father and your mother sitting together, and your father points to a seat on the other side of the table.
I give them a questioning look and take a seat.
Freya, your mother and I have perhaps been slightly harsh this summer on you. We think that perhaps you should have slightly more privileges than you currently have. That being said, we have to have an understanding. If we allow you out of your room, we have certain expectations of you, which I know you are familiar with. But we need two things from you. First, when you go back to school, you will speak to the headmistress and ask to be transferred into Slytherin.
Freya is shocked. Really? Is it that bad that I'm a Ravenclaw?
Freya, appearance is everything.
Really?
My career relies on my ability to provide a certain look.
And
It is so vital that you appear like you are one of the family. You want to be one of the family, do you not?
Freya specifically doesn't answer that question.
I will take your silence as a yes, sir.
What is the other condition?
The second condition, as we discussed at Christmas last year, you are betrothed. Today, we are having brunch, and we are having brunch with the Horfs. And you will meet, and you will talk to, and you will make nice with young Francis. Is that understood?
Father, if I decide not to do either of those things, then what?
Ballsy.
He closes his eyes, and then he looks at you, and he just says, "Now, Freya, I know that we raised you better than to talk back to us in the way that you just did. I'm going to give you another chance right now to take back that question. Is that understood?"
Yes.
Good. Now, go upstairs, get dressed, and meet us down in the garden. They'll be here in less than 15 minutes. And with that, they both stand up and walk away and leave you there by yourself.
Great. I go upstairs and get dressed. Specifically, if I have anything blue, I'm wearing that.
Okay.
Malicious compliance.
Okay. Yeah, and so 15 minutes later, you find yourself down in the gardens, and you see there's actually already the Horf family is there. It is Mr. and Mrs. Horf, who are these like very stately looking, blonde, tall people. And behind them is a boy. He's tall. He is actually someone you recognize from school, although you've never spoken to him before, and has fairly long black hair. He, interestingly, seems to have the appearance of just like not wanting to be there at all.
Well, at least we can agree already.
And your parents wave you over and immediately introduce you to Mr. and Mrs. Horf. And yes, and here is our daughter, Freya. She's a lovely little girl. Freya, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Freya Yaxley, and I do a little curtsy. It's lovely to meet you.
And Mr. Horf takes your hand and he says, "Oh, it is very nice to meet you. Have you met my son, Frankie?"
Not specifically, but I have seen him around school.
Oh, he's a good boy. Why don't you go say hello to him? We're going to discuss business. And with that, he kind of like brushes you off and starts talking to your dad.
I go over to Frankie and say, "Hi, I'm Freya."
Oh, hey, what's up?
You know, being forced into things by my parents, same as every day. You?
Oh my God, you have no idea. It is the worst. And he does a little hair flip.
Yeah, I feel ya. How are things? Tell me about yourself.
You want to go like for a walk?
Sure.
And so he turns and he starts walking towards the backyard of your house. Hey, so I just want to like, cards on the table. It's like super weird, right?
Oh,
Like
totally.
I hate this. Okay,
Completely.
Because honestly, I don't really want to do not. I don't know you. I just like this is like super, super sketch and like
We're
I don't know.
13.
It's not my jam.
We're 13.
Yeah. Well, it's like I don't know. This is dumb. And he kind of like kicks a rock into the nearby lake that your family owns, and
Naturally.
and he sits down by a tree and he does another hair flip. So your parents, what do they do? Like, what's their deal?
Well, my mother mostly does things around the house. She has cultivated a lot of this garden, and Freya motions to the garden in front of them. My father, I honestly can't tell you what he does. Something with business and something to do with our family history, but
The slave
he
trade.
has never really got into oh god he has never really gone into detail with me, probably because he thinks I wouldn't understand it, even though I probably would. What about yours?
He kind of raises his eyebrow and his eyes flash for just a second, like he knows something. Oh, my dad doesn't do anything. My dad just has money, and so they just go around and they talk to people and they go to these stupid parties, and I hate it.
Yeah, that is about what my parents do as well.
Hey, do you like to burn stuff?
Somewhere in the distance, Leo's ears perk up.
I haven't really thought about it, but I would give it a try.
And he takes his wand out and he walks over to a lone plant that's kind of slightly separate from the rest of the garden. And he looks around and he sees that your parents aren't paying any attention at all. He lights it on fire.
Does he use incendio?
Oh yeah.
Ooh. Well, it's nice to know that you're good at magic.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine or whatever, you know. You want to try?
I would, but I don't have my wand with me.
Oh, just use mine. And he offers you his wand.
Oh, okay. Sure. This can't go horribly wrong. And I do the same thing he did and identify like a flower that's like separate from everything else, and I cast incendio on it.
Okay, yeah, roll magic.
Do you roll at disadvantage for that?
Why?
This isn't Dungeons and
That's
Dragons.
another
'cause
thing in
it-
this game.
Is it
'Cause
because
it's not
the
your
wand's-
wand.
The wand's not mine?
Oh,
Yeah.
dang, really? There's
yeah.
a mechanic for this? I didn't even know.
Is it like
There's
minus
wand
one?
mechanics in this?
Oh, I don't think there is.
I don't know. I just
They
feel
were
like there
just saying
should
that.
be.
I
should be.
actually agree that there should
Yeah,
be.
that's why Neville was so
All
bad.
right. Well, I rolled an 11 plus 2, so that's a 13.
Yeah, I mean, this thing goes up in smoke, like, really quick. Like, it's like a woof. Oh, man, that was rad. And he takes his wand back, and he pockets it.
Pocketed it.
Pocketed it.
And then he reaches down and grabs a flower, and then he burns that, too, in his hand. and he burns his hand a little bit when he does that, and he's like, sweet.
Whoa, that was dangerous.
Yeah, whatever. He does another hair flip.
Freya's parents look over. Oh,
This
this
guy.
is the most romantic young man. Look, he's burning things.
Does he shop at Wizard Hot Topic?
Oh, yeah. He absolutely
He
shops.
definitely listens to Panic!
Absolutely shops at Wizard Hot Topic. And
No,
he absolutely
MCR.
listens to...
Oh.
Yeah, he listens to
MCR.
Wizard My Chemical Romance.
Oh, yeah.
This is to Panic at the Yule Ball.
Yeah, Panic at the Yule Ball. That's very good. Overhead, you see an owl flying through the air. And it goes over your heads, goes right towards your dad, Freya, and drops a letter in his hand, and then flies away. And he looks at it for a second, and he says, Bradley and Joseph Collar. Do you know who? And your mom says, no, I have no idea. And he opens it up, and then he pockets it, and he does not look super happy, but he continues to have a polite conversation. This day goes on fairly uneventfully. Around early afternoon, everyone says their goodbyes. Your mother and father go back into the house, and as you follow them and the front door closes, your father turns on you and he says, "What is this?" And he's holding the letter.
I'm sorry, Father. It's a letter.
Nailed it.
Ask a dumb question, get a dumb response.
Yeah.
Is cheek something that they teach at Hogwarts?
I mean, I kind of teach it.
No, sir.
He crumples the letter up and throws it on the ground and says, "You are not going back to Hogwarts. Go to your room now."
What?
And now, a word from our wizard sponsors.
Wizardos, they disappear. Wizardos, they're in your ear. Wizardos, do they explode? Wizardos!
Timmy, what do you want for breakfast?
I don't know, Mom. Even with magic, all this breakfast food looks boring.
What about this box of Wizardos?
Wizardos? One of those made Billy's dog explode. Would that happen to me, Mom?
I don't know. You never know until you try.
Whoa! My nose is purple! These are so cool! Thanks, Mom.
What's that treat with a magic taste? Oh, they're sweet and oh, they're great. A random effect with every bite. They can give you quite a fright. Will they end up in your mouth? You won't know until you try them out. Likely exciting, but not dangerous. Wizardos!
For a limited time, you can find a figurine of Dr. Professor Wizard's partner, Dr. Scientist Witch, in your box of Wizardos.
Hi, everybody. It's Kevin, your resident Potter nerd. These Wizardos are top-notch. Way better than Lucky Wizard Charms, which, not gonna lie, are actually not very lucky. Last time I ate them, I actually found a little marshmallow Grim in my last bowl. Anyway, thank you so much for listening to this week's episode of Why Can't We Be Wizards? This episode is the start of our new book, which I am so far actually really excited about. I want to thank everybody for listening to our entire first season, as well as for checking out our wrap-up episode, which was a lot of fun to do, and I hope everyone really enjoyed. So I actually think we're going to try to do one of those after probably every season, and so hopefully y'all are into that. So thank you all so much for the response to the show so far, both in terms of downloads as well as your response on social media. It's been awesome. Sharing the show with your friends is really our only way to get the word out about the show. And so far, as everyone has been really awesome doing that, as we have been watching the audience grow. So definitely please continue to check us out. We're on Instagram, where we have been posting art and some cool behind the scenes stuff. Tweet at us at Why Not Wizards. And even check out our Facebook page for you very old people like me. So, as always, I want to thank Tablestory for our awesome game system, Witchcraft and Wizardry. I really highly recommend checking it out and trying out a game with your friends. Okay, that pretty much wraps it up for me. You will hear from us again in 2 weeks on February 12th. So, with that, let's head back in and see what the gang is up to. With a loud crack, Leo, you find yourself standing in front of a modest, if well-maintained home in the country. And as you heft your school trunk towards the front door, you actually see a family of robins pecking at a bird feeder that's shaped like a little miniature version of the house that you're now standing in front of. And you hear your mother, and she says, "Oh, no, Leo, did you pack your jammies? Oh, dear, we better go back."
Oh man, my favorite jammies! Yeah, we better go back. But I guess it's fine.
No, and she takes your trunk from you and opens it up on the front lawn and just starts like pulling things out of it.
Mom, I had that all organized. He didn't.
And so Skyler, you actually hear all of this commotion because I think you're actually laying on the grass on the side of the house.
I sure am. I am in a field of Auricus campestris. It's mushroom.
What is that?
It's mushroom. I've been growing them. They've taken over half of the front yard. Hey guys!
Hi, Skyler.
I run over to you. Ooh, what's going on here? Oh, hi.
Oh, hello. This is Allison.
I'm Skyler Ashglen. Are you Mrs. Featherwick?
Yes, I'm Leo's mother.
I put out my hand to shake.
Yeah, she shakes.
Yeah, Leo
Nice
makes
to
no
meet
effort
you.
to introduce you guys.
Yeah, and so the contents of your trunk are now just upturned all over the front
my God.
lawn at this point. And you can see some of your underpants just laying there right in front of Skylar.
Mom, stop!
Oh, hush, dear. Look, I found them. And she holds up your pajamas that have Dr. Professor Wizard on them.
Dr. Professor Wizard pajamas? These are cool.
I guess I did remember them. Thanks, Mom.
And with a swish, she magically repacks your trunk in perfect order and picks it up and hands it to you.
Wait, couldn't you have just Akio'd them in the first place? Okay, it's fine.
All right, now, Skylar, could you take me to your parents?
Oh, yeah. This way, please. And I march towards the front door.
She follows.
All right, I'm going to barge in and say, Dads, Miss Featherwick and Leo are here.
And so your wizard dad comes to the front door. He currently looks like he was just in the middle of baking cookies because he's got his big apron on and he's got a tray in front of him. And he looks at Leo's mother and says, macadamia? And hands her a cookie. I think she's very startled by that. And then offers one to Leo as well.
Leo takes it excitedly and eats it in one bite. Oh, thank you.
Can Allison come like barreling down the stairs and just tackle Leo?
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Leo! Woo!
Allison! He's still got cookie in his mouth.
You made it!
I did!
Have you heard from Freya?
No, I haven't heard from her yet. Have you?
No, we haven't gotten a response from the owl we sent.
Huh, that's weird. Well, I'm sure she'll respond soon.
So Caleb,
Oh yeah.
how did you get to the house that you're now standing in front of with your younger brother in tow?
Okay. So we definitely didn't do it by the book. I stole my wizarding supplies. I broke that lock somehow, and then I went down to a seedy part of town, maybe even Nocturne Alley. Basically, we've run away. We ran away from home.
Oh, and so how did you get to the house from there?
That's a great question. What can you find in Nocturne Alley when you have no money and only... I guess, could we have taken the night bus?
You have to pay for that.
Flu power.
Although maybe kids under 12 go free.
It is the future. I mean, I do have some nuts that I've scraped together. I do have a little bit of money.
I feel like in Nocturne Alley you can pay for things with your soul or something.
Definitely. Or
Blood
your,
debts to a whole new level.
your fingernails.
Oh man, do I have a blood debt to someone in Nocturne Alley now?
Yeah, you definitely...
Yeah, a very creepy old lady.
Oh my.
She when she offered you the tickets to the night bus, she was holding open her cloak, and there's just like literally there's a cat in one of the pockets. It's got one eye and it looks at you and it meows very
How does
angrily.
my cat feel about that cat?
Not good.
Oh,
They
man.
don't look like you would become good friends.
Cat fight. No? Okay.
Yeah, but you managed to scrape together 2 tickets on the night bus, and the night bus has now just dropped you off at the caller's house, and you find yourself walking up the front lawn just as everyone is happily eating cookies in the entryway.
Don't worry, Marcus. Stuff like that happens all the time. You go into a creepy alley, you meet a weird witch, she gives you tickets to a magic bus that squeezes in between walls. That's just normal. You can expect stuff like that to happen way more often now.
Yes, so he is just totally overwhelmed, the whole thing. Like, his eyes are just wide, and his face is white, and he is not speaking.
Yeah, well, I didn't really tell them that you were coming, but they seem nice.
Yeah, and I think you say that just as you're walking up the steps, and Skyler and Allison's dad looks down and sees the both of you and says, "Oh, hello. And who is this?"
Hi, Mr. Caller. This is my brother Marcus. My parents said I couldn't go unless I brought him. Would it be okay if he stayed too?
And so at that moment, Allison and Skylar's muggle dad walks over in a separate apron, and this one's got penguins on it instead of being plain white, and he's got a different tray of cookies that look like chocolate chip, and he says, "Oh, of course, the more the merrier."
Caleb just lights up at that. It's been a bit of a tough journey, and he's been putting on a brave face, but he's really happy to be with wizards again.
"Oh, of course. Are the two of you hungry?"
Of course. Yes. Yes.
And with that, he practically drags you into the kitchen and throws you both into chairs by the kitchen table and starts making you like the nicest lunch you've ever had in your lives.
Alrighty, Allison's gonna follow into the kitchen and like prop her elbows up on the counter and just like stare between Caleb and his younger brother and be like, "So, is he coming to school with us? Good to see you, by the way."
Oh, yeah. It's nice to see you too, Allison. Skyler. Leo! This is my younger brother, Marcus. I fumble through my robes and pull out a crumpled Hogwarts letter. Yeah, he's coming to Hogwarts this year. And I slide it across the table.
Oh, that's really cool. Hi, Marcus. How you doing? Wait, do I smell a different kind of cookie?
Oh, yes. We've got 3 different kinds, actually. We got the macadamia, the chocolate chip, and if you like oatmeal raisin, we've got
Aw,
those too.
Dad, why did you make oatmeal raisin? Those are literally the
Those ones
worst.
are
Because
for
they're
me.
delicious, he says, as he takes one and puts the whole thing in his mouth in one big bite.
Do you have any without raisins?
Yes, as I stated, we have chocolate chip and macadamia.
But do you have oatmeal cookies without raisins?
No, we don't have. I am not a cookie factory. We've been over this.
But you made 3 batches of cookies today.
You were such a picky child. My gosh.
I think Leo takes one of
You
the
do
oatmeal
not
raisins
appreciate what is in front of you.
and just starts picking raisins out of it.
Yeah, he rolls his eyes and just gets back to cooking lunch. He makes sausages and eggs and toast, and it's actually like kind of a brunch, and he starts laying plates out for everyone at the table.
I'm going to help set the table.
Caleb wouldn't dream of turning down any of this food, and definitely eats an oatmeal raisin cookie whole, even though he doesn't necessarily love raisins, or cookies, or chocolate. And then he'll help set up the table too.
While I'm setting up, I want to talk to Marcus.
Yes.
So, Marcus, what house do you want to be sorted into?
So to this point, Marcus has like just been trying to like cower and hide because he's just so shy.
Oh.
And he looks up at you and he's just like, I don't know.
Oh. Well, there are 4 houses at Hogwarts. One of them that your brother is in, and me, and Allison, and Leo, and Freya. We're all in the same house, and it's called Ravenclaw.
Ravenclaw!
Ravenclaw!
And then there's a house called Slytherin, and a house
No,
called
Freya's a Slytherin. I mean,
Gryffindor.
could have been.
And a house called Hufflepuff.
Yeah, our dad was a Hufflepuff.
And that's the house that's closest to the kitchens. He says, also putting a cookie in his mouth.
Very, very important.
I eat a chocolate chip cookie.
I actually think at that, Leo's like, really? Like, wait, I wanted to be Hufflepuff.
Oh, yeah, we never showed you where the kitchens were.
Wait, you've been holding out at us?
I mean, we showed you the secret clubhouse.
Wait a minute. I've got an idea. I'm going to run upstairs to my room and grab my stuffed hippogriff. I think he'll like it.
Yeah, so you bound up the stairs, find it very quickly, and then just like race back down.
Okay. I'm going to sit next to Marcus and kind of like lean in and say, this is my stuffed animal. It's a pet hippogriff. I thought you might like it. And I put it in his hands.
Yeah, he takes it and he looks up at you with like these big wide eyes, and he doesn't say anything.
I want
but he
to
kinda
inspire him.
Okay.
I want him to feel
Okay.
comfortable at this house.
Okay, yeah, roll for it.
I got it's 2d6s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did
7.
we forget how to play this
Edge of
game?
my
on the
seat.
first time we were off that one?
Yeah. I did forget. I got a 7.
Okay, so in a 7 to 9, you helped a little bit, and a little bit is better than nothing. So you get to choose one of them.
Definitely heart perceptive. I want him to feel better in his heart.
Yeah, so he grips the little hippogriff in his arms, and you can definitely feel his gaze soften a little bit, but he still doesn't say anything. He's still very nervous.
Of course, that's totally fine. He's nice, I say to Caleb. I like your brother.
Oh, yeah, he's the good one.
Oh, no.
Aww.
And so as all that happens, your dads just start like putting food on all the plates that are now sitting at the table.
Thanks, Dad.
Thank you.
Ah, yes, of course.
So, Dad, I have a question for you.
Yes, dear.
So we met Caleb's dad. I was wondering if you knew anything about him since you work for the Daily Prophet, right?
Oh, you mean the incident at the school?
Yeah.
Well, I don't really know a whole lot. I know that the authorities are investigating, and they hope to find more information soon.
Oh, okay. And then I had another question. Do you know if there's like a bring your kid to work day? Because I want to meet someone who is a reporter for the Daily Prophet.
Oh, who are you looking for?
Jamie McAllister.
Yeah, I think she works in the investigative department.
Oh, cool.
We don't have like a take your child to work day at the Daily Prophet, though.
Would you, could I write a letter and you could give it to her maybe?
Why are you interested,
Oh,
Skyler?
oh, she knew my mom. They were really good friends.
Oh, really? Yeah, I can absolutely pass the word along.
Thank you. I love you.
I love you too. And he tussles your hair.
I had one more question.
Oh, okay. Sure. That's what we're doing now.
Ooh, questions for adults. What fun.
Do you know anything about a prophecy about me?
He rolls his eyes and he says, "Now, Skyler, I know you think you're the most precious, important star on this earth, but not everything revolves around you."
Okay, that's fair enough, but who creates the prophecies?
I'm confused.
Where are they kept? I need to know.
Where are they? I don't know.
Yeah, like, is there like a big book of fortune cookies?
What is the meaning of love?
Oh, is there a memory spell where we can look back at our memories from when we were 5 years old?
Yeah.
You understand? I draw cartoons for a living.
Why are we here really on this
What
world?
happened to our fish when it went on
Now
the
there's
farm?
an interesting one, Leo. Let's dig into that for a second. And he pulls up a chair and like sits on it backwards and sits across from you and he says, "Why are we here?"
I've heard this one before.
But I think the real question, though, is why is Freya not here?
Yeah, where's Freya?
Yeah.
I mean, my owl didn't get lost, so the letter got there, to the house at least.
Well, from what you've told me about her parents, maybe they don't want her to stay over the summer.
Aw.
They could at least send a letter back, though.
Is there any way to contact her without making her parents know so she could talk to us?
I don't know if you all want to be doing things against parents' wishes. And your muggle dad perks up at that and he says, "Yeah, I really think you probably don't want to do that."
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, can we send another owl?
Yeah.
Dear, I don't know. I mean, it seems like if they don't want to talk to us, they don't want to talk to us. We have this conversation. Not everyone likes everyone, right?
Yep. You can't like everyone.
But Freya likes me.
Oh yeah, Freya would definitely want to be here, but you shouldn't go against the wishes of your parents. Caleb shakes his head.
Allison snickers like at that remark from Caleb.
Yeah.
See, I knew I liked your friends for some reason. Well, enjoy lunch. We're going to go sit on the porch in the backyard. Let us know if you need anything.
Okay. Ooh, you should look out for the puffballs I've been growing back there.
Okay. And he rolls his eyes as they open the slider door and walk outside.
What if we sent the owl back and told Zoe to like hang out until getting a letter back, unless like something happens, and then if Zoe comes back without a letter, we'll know.
Well, didn't Hunter like totally tell Freya's parents that she was a Ravenclaw?
What if we pretend to be really cool Slytherins who want to hang out with her?
That could work.
Yeah, we
I
can
think need a
transfigure
different
all
owl.
our robes.
Oh yeah, and we can make ourselves look really creepy.
Wait,
Yeah.
so we're gonna go break Freya out of her house? Is that what's happening?
We're gonna go be Slytherins.
I don't know if I could be a
Ha
Slytherin.
ha ha!
I'm not.
You could be our Huffle buddy.
No, that would make us lose Slytherin cred.
But they know what we look like.
We can use costumes.
Yeah, like that time we stole a Slytherin tie, we could have just transfigured one the whole time. Let's just do that this time.
Well, we're technically not supposed to do magics outside of school.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
about
that's
your
true.
dad? He's an adult wizard. We could tell him that we want to pretend that we're Slytherins so that Freya's family likes us more. Do you think he'd go in on it with us?
I mean, that's really weird, but we could try it.
Well, you know, I have been growing a mushroom where when the fungus is burnt, the fumes exercise a narcotic property, and like you can kind of use it in the place of chloroform.
Oh gosh, you're gonna drug my
Oh my
food.
God.
Skyler!
I really like this
What
new
are you-
mushroom thing that you're doing.
I mean, there's some daffodils out front.
Why do you have chloroform mushrooms, Skyler?
It's carbonic oxide.
Why do you know this?
I take the book out that I have on the table and I just smack it in front of you.
I read about that.
I
Yeah.
read about that.
All right, well, I'm not going to read into that, but it sounds very convenient. Go on.
Well, what if I just found something that would maybe put her parents to sleep that she could just walk out of the house? We could
Yeah.
cast Enlighten on it.
I like where your head's at. Fight evil with evil.
So we're just gonna take the bus to her house, pretend to be Slytherins, give them some cookies with mushrooms in it?
You guys, I don't know if this is a good plan.
So, Freya,
Yes.
looking at the clock in your bedroom, it is 11:45 p.m. It's dark, and I think there's very little light, just a little bit of moonlight coming out from the window. What are you doing in your room right now?
I am writing a note to my parents. I plan on running away tonight.
What does the note say?
The note says, Mother and Father, I love you both very much and want to do right by this family, but I feel like a prisoner and are therefore leaving to stay with my friends. I will not ask to be put in Slytherin, and I will go back to Hogwarts as a Ravenclaw this year. In return, I will be happy to marry whoever you see fit and will strive to be the best witch I can be. Please respect that. Once you've both calmed down, maybe I can come back for the holidays. Freya.
And so how are you besting out?
I've taken the sheets from my bed and tied them into a rope, and I am climbing out of my window.
Classic.
Wouldn't have it any other way. Yep. Okay. And so you pull the window open, and you're gonna climb down. This is 100% has to be a roll.
Yeah.
I guess it's struggle. It's gotta be struggle.
Oh no. Okay.
Well,
Acrobatics.
maybe it's quick and quiet.
Acrobatics.
Maybe
Either way, it's body, and I have a -2 to body, so that's not
Sure.
great.
Oh man.
I rolled a 5 -2.
It's a 3.
Yep.
Okay. And so as you climb out of your window, you slip and you fall. And you don't fall too far. You grab the ledge. The sheets fall comically to the ground because you don't know how to tie a knot properly.
Oh no.
And you are now hanging from the window.
Oh great.
And it is at that moment that Skyler and Allison and Leo and Caleb are ambling towards your house and see you dangling from that window. What is everybody doing right now? How are you all dressed? Like, what ridiculous things have you decided to do?
I think Leo's probably just wearing all the green clothes he could find that just don't look anything like Slytherin apparel at all.
I think Allison's borrowed one of her dad's like green colored shirts and kind of has it like tucked into her jeans in this like awkward way to like attempt to look more I don't know, imposing, but is not. It's maybe greased her hair down a little bit so it's not quite so fluffy.
Caleb's got heavy eyeliner on. And he looks all disheveled and tough.
And he's gonna talk in that voice.
Yeah, he's walking
man.
completely
Okay, and so-
differently.
And so your younger brother is there too. Marcus is there too, and he has also donned the exact same, like, he's got the eyeliner, but he did it too much. Like, there's just too much, and it's like it's getting in his eyes, and he's like rubbing at it.
Oh, so cute.
Sometimes this
Marcus
happens
is
when you're a
adorable.
wizard.
Oh, he's also still got the stuffed hippogriff. He's still holding the stuffed hippogriff.
So Slytherin. So Slytherin.
What would they do with the stuffed hippogriff? How could they make that more evil? I mean, ambitious.
Cunning.
Oh, it's just got a wad of wizard cash. All right, and so yeah, you all see Freya dangling from the window, about to fall.
Freya!
Wingardium Leviosa! I mean, Wingardium Leviosa!
Okay, so point of order, because I was alerted to this, Wingardium Leviosa cannot be used on people.
Objects only.
Doesn't work. Yeah.
Oh.
Technically, we fudged the rules when we used it on our creature on the last
Didn't you take
episode.
Arresto Momentum?
I did.
That'll work.
Arresto Momentum!
Well, that's
I mean,
that's if she's already falling. Actually,
She's just got to be already falling, yeah.
I think Allison's gonna run across the remaining distance.
Okay, and then do
Caleb's
what?
gonna get ready to cast Arresto Momentum in case she falls.
Allison's just gonna stand under the window. I don't know. Just
Freya, it's okay. We're here and we're Slytherins.
I can see that. I'm kind of occupied.
Yeah, we say stuff is bad and We don't like it.
I'm not sure why that's helping, but we're doing
We're
it.
Slytherins.
We're sticking with it.
Skylar's holding Marcus back.
I'd really like to not fall.
Oh, you can fall. I'll catch you with magic.
Oh my god.
Skylar, do the hand thing.
Oh, I was holding Marcus back in the shrubs. This is too much for a child.
He is 1 year younger than us.
It's okay. Freya will catch you.
Your hands start to
Allison
slip.
Does not.
I
look
studied a
convinced of
spell for this, Freya. I have a
you sure about
+3
this, Caleb?
bonus.
Yeah, and so as you start to wave your wand, Freya, your strength fades and you fall. You start falling.
Oh gosh.
Don't worry, I can lie about my roll.
Oh my god.
Arresto momentum.
Yeah, roll for it. Roll magic.
All right. It's in my spell bank, and it's a year 2 spell, so I get a +3 bonus this roll, and it was already a 10. 10 plus 3 is 13.
Freya falls, and as she speeds up right towards the ground, just as she's about to hit the ground, you cast that spell. And with the wave of your wand, her movement is halted, frozen for a moment, and then she kind of very softly thuds onto the earth right below her window.
Thanks. That was scary.
You see that, Marcus? That's magic.
That was totally the plan the whole time.
Wait,
We did it.
are we not going to tell Freya's parents that we're Slytherins?
Yeah, I put this shirt on.
I hate to break it to you guys, and I look all of them over. What you're wearing doesn't make you Slytherins.
How about mine? And I come out of the bush and my hair's green.
Wait, you know what? Now that you say that, it's gotta make sense.
I mean, do I look like a Slytherin? Do my parents look like Slytherins? Do they wear green and black eyeliner?
I don't know what the right answer is to this question.
The answer's no. The answer's no, Leo.
Okay.
Come on, Marcus.
Should we still leave the cookies here, though?
You guys, we should really get out of here then. I'm worried.
Problem is, I still need all of my stuff.
Oh.
I mean, I don't have a wand still, but I don't have any of my robes or my books or anything.
Where are they all?
We can just summon it out the window, right?
What was your plan? You were gonna climb down with nothing?
I don't know what my plan was, honestly. I just needed to get out of that house. It's been a rough summer, guys.
Where's your stuff?
Well, it's in one of two places. It's either in my parents' room or it's in my father's office.
I think we're gonna need your little puffball, Skylar.
So Skylar, in addition to having green hair, is wearing a cloak that looked extra large around them. And you see, as soon as you say that, they open the cloak like wings and their pockets full of mushrooms inside.
What is this? Oh my gosh.
I thought you'd never ask. So...
Allison's looking between Caleb and Leo like, this is your moment to shine.
This is weird, right? This is weird.
Yeah, I topple all the mushrooms
Wait,
out.
are you saying that they should cast in Leggin on the mushrooms?
Yeah, so...
I'm not saying they shouldn't cast it like it.
Hear me out.
Well, I just don't know how to get the enlegend thing to go where we want it to go. But if we make enough of them, then at least one of them has to, right?
Yeah, we never did figure out that part, did we?
Well, you've broken into your own house before, right? Just how do you do it?
I mean, I think one of the back windows is usually left unlocked.
Seems like a really good time for when I read about that.
Sure.
I mean, it doesn't have to be. I was just thinking, like, that's what that I think is for.
But like, would that let me know what window is unlocked in my house?
I read about that. Mind. Roll plus mind when you try to remember some history, personal or otherwise.
Oh, personal or otherwise. Okay. Sure. I'll roll mind.
I read about my own life.
I read about the day my mom died and the prophecy.
Oh, man. And you can automatically succeed on a read about that check.
Exactly.
All right,
I
you
rolled
did
a
it.
10.
You did it. End of podcast.
On a 10 plus, ask 3 questions, Freya.
Is there a way into my house at this time at
Yep.
night?
Yes, there is.
Will that alert my parents?
No.
No. Okay. Is my stuff in my father's office or in their room where they're sleeping?
It's in the office.
Okay. Cool. So what's the way in?
You already asked 3 questions.
Damn it!
Why did you have to start with, is this a thing I can do?
I was really curious, like, all right, those are 3 questions.
Yeah.
I guess let's add some more drama.
The first question is the plot of this scene gonna make sense?
So there is a way into my house that won't alert my parents. I'm just gonna check some of the windows downstairs to see if any of them are open.
Okay.
Maybe like a bathroom window. Sometimes people leave those open when they shower.
That's true, but all of the bedrooms are on the 2nd floor, right? So if we are opening windows on the 1st floor, maybe that won't alert them?
This is your house.
There's a lot of windows.
Yeah, just
we
do
could
windows on the
magic open
opposite
the
side
door?
of your parents' bedroom.
Why would we know? We've never been here.
Oh, guys, I'm an idiot. Can I borrow one of your wands?
Of course, Freya. I hand my wand over to her.
Oh, right. We're witches and wizards.
I'm gonna go to one of the windows and cast Alohomora.
Yep. Okay. There you go. Where do you go?
I go towards my father's office, like as the window of my father's office.
Sure. Yeah. It's all the way on the other side of the house. You have to go all the way around to the west wing. But there you find it. There's a window behind some bushes. And as you make your way over there, you sort of peer inside. It's pretty dark, but there's like some sparkly stuff. And you do notice a large wardrobe on the other side of the room through the window.
Okay. I cast Alohomora on the window to open it.
All right, roll magic.
Okay, and that's also in my spell bank. That's a 12 plus 3.
You're fire.
Dang.
Okay, so with a 15, yeah. Click, and the latch to the window unlocks.
Do you want me to climb through? I'm pretty quick and quiet.
Yeah, I mean, my trunk's over there, and I point to the wardrobe across the room.
I can give you a boost, Allison says, like interlocking her fingers to like help you into the window.
Nice. Skyler, maybe you could psych us up.
Okay. Ooh, I have a good one for this. Hold on.
While they're trying to figure out like how to psych each other up and boost each other into this window, Leo just goes, Akio trunk.
Like, come on, you can't be that dumb.
Okay. I mean, you gotta roll magic.
Yeah. Oh man, that's an 8 plus 1. It's a 9.
So 7 to 9 is a mixed success.
No.
I think it's
Wait,
a
is
failure
it in
all
your-
around.
Wait. Is it in your spell bank?
Yes, actually.
So you
So it's
get
a 10.
another? Okay, it's a 10.
Oh, so 10. So on a 10 plus, the spell succeeds. Here's the deal, though. It just thuds very loudly against the inside of that wardrobe on the other side of the room. It makes a very loud noise.
That sounds like a mixed success, Kevin.
Well,
Caleb, come on. Quickly.
Leo, what are you... Okay, all right. Whatever. Let's just go.
I was just trying to help. You guys are taking too long.
Yeah, now we're on the clock.
Alrighty, Allison's gonna help boost Caleb into this window.
yeah, I mean, why don't you roll quick and quiet, Caleb?
I got exactly a 7.
Okay, 7 to 9. Pick one. Quickly or quietly?
It's quickly.
All right.
We gotta go.
So you throw
Yeah.
yourself you throw yourself into this window, and as you fall through, you thud on the ground, and you are now inside.
I go to the wardrobe.
So standing in front of this wardrobe, it is locked.
I'm gonna do what I did to my locked stuff. I'm gonna break it. I'm gonna break it.
There's a spell for that.
No, I'm gonna break it.
Like with your
Like
hands?
with my body. I'm gonna slam my whole
Just gonna,
shoulder
throw
into
your body
it.
at
Yeah.
it? Okay. Yeah. Just roll struggle, I guess.
I got an 11 on that roll. Plus 0.
Yeah, okay, so throwing your shoulder into this, it takes 2 or 3 tries, but the lock breaks and the door caves in slightly. And as you pull it open, there's a bunch of random stuff in here. There's like some old coats, a hat, a briefcase, but right there in the middle is Freya's trunk. And as you do that, you hear like some muffled words and voices coming from the door in this room. and it seems like somebody is now walking around inside Freya's house.
Okay. Is the wardrobe something that could be knocked over in front of the door?
Oh my god, yes.
I mean, absolutely.
So I'm going to grab the
It
trunk
is.
and then knock over the whole rest of the wardrobe.
Yeah, and so, Leo,
Yeah.
as you're watching all of this happen, it's really, really weird. Because as Caleb sprinted through that room and then tossed that wardrobe on the ground, it looked like he walked right through something.
What?
That something in the center of the room, there's a round, waist-high obsidian stone pedestal. And it seemed like Caleb walked right through it.
That can't be good. Caleb. Did
Not
you...
now, Leo! I throw the trunk out the window.
Oh, Caleb, what's that thing?
I mean, slither, Leo. We're Slytherins! I yell as I leap out the window.
Slither, Leo?
All right. I do really like Slither, Leo, but what was that weird thing?
What thing? What thing? I say. I'm about to leap out, but you're right in my way.
I'm not moving out of your way. You walked through this weird, like, obelisk thing?
Through it? Can I try to read between the lines?
Go for it.
I have a -2 on this roll. I got a 9 -2, though.
So, on a 7, ask one question.
Does Leo really see something in this room?
You don't see anything in this room, but Leo seems convinced of it.
I'm gonna pull Leo into the room. All right, come on. I look nervously at the wardrobe.
Wait, this seems like the opposite direction we should be moving.
And so, yeah, as you say that, you hear banging on the door and some muffled shouting. But that's not what distracts you, because what catches your attention is sitting on that pedestal in the middle of the room, there is this sort of small, unassuming black book. Its cover is plain and a little frayed, and it gives off this really weirdly comforting energy.
Whoa. What is this weird book? I think I'm just, like, drawn to the book.
I can't see it. I don't know where it is. I'm gonna leap out the window.
I think I opened the book.
Yeah, so when you pick it up, it is ice cold to the touch. And yet, after just like half a second of holding it, it feels warm and then cold again and then warm. It's almost like your senses are being overloaded and it's oscillating between the two temperatures.
I don't know what this is and it's weird, but I like it and it's mine now.
And then you hear loud banging. Bang, bang, bang. Who's in there? Freya? Come on out here now.
Yes, it's Freya. I'm sorry.
Oh my god, no, guys, we have to go.
Give me that wand. I've got an idea.
I hand Caleb his wand back.
Oh, this is gonna be a bad idea.
Just a minute.
Oh my god, Leo, shut up.
Yeah, Leo, you're no longer entranced by this book, but you're still holding it.
Guys, we gotta go.
Yeah, I'm outside,
Jump out the
Leo.
window.
Let's go.
I take one last look at that weird pedestal and I jump out the window.
Do we see Leo holding a book?
No, his hands are empty.
What?
Yeah, and so as you jump out that window and you all start sprinting down the front yard, we just see Freya's dad, who has managed to push the wardrobe and the door back so that he can enter his room. He looks at the center of the room and just stares at it. And he whispers, "Oh no."